in a single dashboard, and many people happen not to know if this solution exists. Cisco Meraki is the solution to enterprise networks, where a company or an organization can manage the entire network or devices in a single dashboard. And today I'm taking you to that to explore how that dashboard works. So the goal is to access the Meraki environment, understand dashboard layout, and identify key components like organizations, networks, devices, and clients. So step one is that accessing the DevNet sandbox. So DevNet is just the developer for networking, whereby developers use the developer skills in actioning networking. So I'll go to the Cisco DevNet sandbox, search the Meraki sandbox. This step I'll show you. Once I log in, I'll provide the dashboard URL and log in using sandbox credentials. Already I have logged in, but I'll show you. So the dashboard consists of the organization, which is the top level structure, the networks, virtual sites, which might be the branch or the HQ or the head office or headquarter. We've got devices, which consist of MX, that is firewalls or security appliances here, MX. MS stands for Meraki switches. So this is for switching. Then MR, those are routers. Clients, we've got connected end devices, which might be the computers, laptops, etc. Monitoring, we check how the traffic and logs are populated and what is happening. So this is the developer URL to access the DevNet sandbox. You see, so this is it, that you can run your code on live infrastructure with the sandbox. Then when you click this button here, it shows you can launch. So I clicked on this button, then I launched my sandbox. When you come to the catalog, now you can see this is the structure of DevNet general sandbox. Within it, we've got instances, and note this: every instance is given a time to run. You cannot run 2 instances at a go. If you happen to run ACI Simulator version 6, you just run that one. You cannot run this one with the CAT 9200 CX Catalyst switch. You cannot run this at the same time running this. You just run one at a time. So I will explore these instances. We've got reservable, there are 24. So we've got this one for data center. We've got ACI Simulator always on networking. We've got CAT 9200 Catalyst switches. These are the extended switches that Cisco have at the moment. We've got CAT 9300 series. Then we've got Catalyst 8 or 9K single instance sandbox. Reserve a single Catalyst 8000 or 9000 version for testing and integration purposes, as you can see. So every instance has got a button for launch. So we've got this, but my interest is on the Meraki. So I'm just showing you how the dashboard looks like before I go to the Meraki dashboard. So we've got this one, Cisco Modeling Labs. This is used for premier platform for networking simulations with ease to use HTML5 or user interface and comprehensive API. So that one makes it fun to design, test, and troubleshoot. This is an extended way of Cisco Packet Tracer. So for real network engineers, you can test this. This is Cisco SD-WAN 2012 20.12 12, that is software-defined wireless area network, whereby it's used to test the performance, reducing the cost. So Cisco Secure Network Analytics. So this is an instance for analyzing or providing analytics on the network through the REST APIs. The instance here are many, as you can see. But my concern is Meraki. So I'll just type here Meraki. You see, this is the Meraki sandbox, so that I will be using this one to create labs. So this is lab 1, just getting started to do with the Meraki sandbox. So the first thing, it's like creating the networks that I have been doing on the Cisco packet tracer. I'm transitioning the same to the cloud using the Meraki sandbox. So it creates a dedicated Meraki organization with the virtual devices. So the moment you launch here, you see, it launches. So you give it an environment name, then scheduling. Set a start time for your environment. You can at least set your time, then the end time. You can set it to run a specific time. So your network can be set on this architecture. So once it is done this way, there is workflow here. Right now there is no workflow because I haven't created so much things here. So once we are done, there is no way of this. Let's review summary. On review summary, you see, create a dedicated Meraki organization with the virtual devices. So you can choose on cloud or reservable. Duration 8 hours, 45 minutes. So this is just my email that I used to, it shows the owner of this sandbox the moment you launch. So there is two launch, you launch, the moment on the Meraki sandbox there was a button to launch, but also once you open in, you launch that one, there is another launch here. Now you launch the environment. You see, it says you are not allowed to perform this action. Reason, maximum active. So you can get back. I started to launch it before, then I terminated the session because of this lab. So that is how you arrive at Meraki. So next lab, I'll create a symbol topology, a symbol network using this. So just to cap up, let us discuss this. These are the slides that I have created for the course for that particular lab. So to make sure that you understand what is Meraki, so that in the future, I'll just be doing labs. So I expect you to have mastered what Meraki is. So Meraki is a cloud managed network platform with a centralized dashboard that manages simple deployment and troubleshooting, so that you can manage it from anywhere. It's like a cloud platform, a Cisco cloud platform that provides a central dashboard management, whereby you can incorporate your network and manage it from elsewhere. It means you can visualize your network, your premise network, into the cloud on the Meraki dashboard, then the management, the troubleshooting, or the administration part of it becomes easier. So why organization use Meraki? Why? The why part, zero touch deployment. There is no need of having many people deploying this. You have nothing to touch on it, because everything is in the cloud there. All the devices, both the security appliance, both the switches, both the access point, both the routers are there. So There is zero touch deployment. There is central visibility because all the devices are chained in one portal or on one platform. Built-in security because all products, as you've checked on the dashboard, they are just brought on the same portal. There is no separate. The devices are not separated. Automatic firmware updates, you see, like you can select multiple devices and then check updates. If they have, then you can just patch the updates. Easy multi-branch management. This point means that you can at least create multiple branch networks on the Meraki dashboard, then connect it to HQ, so that irrespective of your scalable network, for example, this is a company that has got just one department or one branch connected to head office, and then it happens that it expands to maybe more than a branch. So Meraki gives you an ability to create those particular branches in the cloud with ease. So Meraki product families, what are these product families? Though I had explained them before in the previous PDF or in the previous section. We've got MX, this is security and SD-WAN. SD-WAN means software defined wide area network. This is where performance and security is done to cut cost on your network. So there is this MX. That one, the moment you see MX in Meraki, it shows you that that is a security appliances or firewalls. So we've got MS, that is switching, Meraki switching. It consists of switches, layer 3 switches and layer 2 switches there. We've got MR, wireless access points. Also routers are in that section. We've got MV, that is smart cameras, you see. So Meraki, Cisco has revolutionized this dashboard or this portal to an extent that it can at least mirror your entire network. We've got SM device management. So cloud architecture. So device connects to the internet, then conducts Meraki cloud. Configuration are pushed from the dashboard, then continuous telemetry and monitoring. You can see how that structure is. There is an internet, then internet connects to the Meraki cloud. From the Meraki cloud, that is where configuration are pushed, then continuous monitoring is done. So this is dashboard hierarchy. We've got organization being the top network structure. We've got the organization, then the networks, and then devices, you see. So networks must be within the organization, then devices must be within the network. That is how the flow is. Then organization can be a company or your institution, etc. Then networks can be a branch or headquarter or a site, that is. Then devices can be a hardware, that is a switch, an access point, or a smart camera, you see. Then from there, we've got dashboard layout. So network wide, that is deals with monitoring, security and SD-WAN, that is firewall and VPN, you see. VPN comes in from the security standpoint, whereby connecting to the remote site over the internet, VPN comes in, creating a private tunnel for such. Switching, then that is the LAN, then wireless, that's Wi-Fi management. So on the dashboard, these are the functionalities that are there. So on the network wide, that's where you do monitoring. Then the security and SD-WAN, that's where you will get the security appliances and the security technologies. Then switching, you will get the LAN. Also wireless, you will get the Wi-Fi management. So network wide, deals with monitoring, and in that it provides client visibility. You are able to know and to see every client or device that is connected on your network, irrespective of the location. You see? Traffic analytics. Also, you can know the type of traffic that is being generated by a particular client in a particular site. You will be able also to receive the alerts and logs. Also, packet capture. It has the inbuilt functionality for packet capturing. So that these are the functionalities that will be achieved through this particular section on the dashboard, network-wide. Then security and SD-WAN. On this part, you can be able to configure wireless wide area network configuration. You can configure VLANs and DHCP. You can configure firewall rules, because you can see security appliance lies here. Then traffic shaping. You can shape your traffic. How do you want your traffic to move within the network? Also, you can create a tunnel through which one side can connect to the other side remotely via VPN. So from there, switching. On the switching, you can configure switch ports. On switch ports, you can do things like setting speeds, setting the duplex modes, then setting the spanning tree. You see, setting all functionalities to do with the switching. VLAN trunk ports. You can create the trunk ports or access ports. You see, on the same, you can create the PoE control, power over Ethernet. So this one helps just to power device irrespective of the normal power. So power is provided to the device through the Ethernet cable. So on the cloud, there is that functionality to do that. We've got port statistics. This one can show you whether the port is up or down or etc. So wireless section, you can create the SSID, that is service set identifier. You can create Wi-Fi for guests, people that are not within your organization. You can create security policies, frequency optimization, and also do client analytics. So on monitoring and troubleshooting, these are the things you can do. Device alerts, remote packet capture, live client monitoring, event logs. So these are the things that you're gonna see as time goes by, whereby I'll create a network and then check how the logs, or maybe a certain section fails, then you can run to check on logs what happened or what has led to that. Why Meraki for Network Operations Center? It ensures 24/7 uptime, also maintains service level agreement, because you can know which side, because all sites are just centrally managed. It helps also to monitor branches remotely, and also fast instant response, because the networks are just chained in one section. So on closing, Meraki simplifies enterprise network security and management in one cloud. So just to dive deeper maybe on the aspect of this network devices, MX security appliances, we've got stateful firewall with 7-layer inspection. We've got VPN, all those IDS, IPS, you can find them there. On the LAN, we've got this. These are the functionalities you can do on the switching, spanning tree protocol and its types, live cable diagnosis and port mirroring. On wireless, you can configure Wi-Fi 6 on the access point in the cloud, you see, and band steering. These are the things that you're gonna understand as time goes by. On the security, you can set up your security systems using the MV cameras, MV smart camera platform, whereby there is no NVR or DVR hardware required. You see, it is cutting cost. So people counting and heat maps, there is MV-Sense computer vision API integrated with the Meraki dashboard. So the main sense here is that there is no NVR and DVR needed. You see how those two devices are expensive, so it will save a lot of money to the organization. Systems manager, you can manage it through iOS apps or Android, or you can just manage it through a laptop or a smartphone, either iOS or Android. There is zero-touch device enrollment, app deployment and restriction, geofencing, and remote wipe. Certificate-based Wi-Fi authentication. So you can create what we call, before you log in, you connect to the Wi-Fi, you have to be authenticated properly vis-a-vis the dashboard. So we've got SD-WAN architecture here that manages the performance and the connectivity of the links. We've got Auto VPN zero-touch setup. That one enhances the setup of site-to-site VPN, hub-spoke or full mesh mode, split tunneling, and NAT traversal. Then we've got this. It uses RESTful API with 400 plus endpoints, webhooks for real-time events alerts, Ansible and Terraform. There is this network access control. This one deals with radius. You can see for authentication, we've got VLAN assignment, guest portal for splash page branding. So this one, guest portal, helps in the Wi-Fi authentication. Meraki licensing model. This one authenticates the license vis-a-vis the devices that are used, especially for an organization now. But in our case, we are going to use the DevNet sandbox, specifically the Meraki sandbox instance for practice. Meraki in education and healthcare. So in that, you see in healthcare, so it keeps sensitive data in the portal. Also, the data can be accessed anytime, anywhere, when needed. So we've got Meraki troubleshooting toolkit. It has all the capability, the live packet capture, the ping and traceroute from the device, cable test. You can test the throughput, event log tester, then topology map. So thank you so much for being with me alongside this particular short lab. And if you feel this has at least helped you so much, feel free to watch, subscribe, comment, like, and share. Thank you. Let's meet in the real lab then.